Hello and welcome to the big picture. The crisis in Andhra Pradesh over the formation of Telangana has deepened further. The Seemandhra region is now up in arms against the bifurcation, with leaders of the two major parties, YS Jagannath Reddy of YSR Congress and Telugu Desam's Chandrababu Naidu, both sitting on indefinite fasts. The Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Kiran Kumar Reddy was virtually revolted against the centre's decision to form a new state, finds himself cornered from all sides. The flip-flop of the leaders and the political parties has further complicated matters. Meanwhile, the centre, which set up the group of ministers to work out the details of administrative and financial bifurcation, will meet on Friday. The situation in different parts of Andhra Pradesh is getting worse by the day as the government employees have continued their strike, affecting several essential services including power supply. Who has been responsible for this state of affairs? Why have the different parties flip-flopped on the issue? Can there be a delay in the formation of Telangana? And more importantly, how viable is the demand now of the Seemandhra leaders to keep the state united? We will discuss all this with Prakash Javadekar, MP and spokesperson of the BJP, CM Ramesh, Telugu Desam MP in the Rajya Sabha, Parsa Venksteshwar Jr., editorial consultant at the DNA. And we may be joined later by some others. Welcome to all of you. Mr. Ramesh, your party, the Telugu Desam, has done a flip-flop on this issue at least 4 times in the last 4 to 5 years. Now your party leader is sitting on fast in Delhi saying that, taking up the cause of Seemandhra. Now, with this kind of flip-flops, how do you expect any resolution to happen? Or why is such politics being played by your party on this issue?
Yeah, Girish, see, you are telling about Seemandhra. No, we are not for Seemandhra, we are for Andhra Pradesh.
You are not, you're 1 second, Ramesh. Your party leader, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, has given letters supporting Telangana. He has
Yes,
done
we
it
agree.
Thrice. And now, suddenly if you do a flip-flop like this, how do you expect anybody to believe you people?
No, see, we are given letter for separation of Telangana, we are not gone back. Even today we are that one. Now, see how they are doing, what is the process they are doing. And they have to do justice for the both sides. They are not doing justice for both sides. Now people, employees, all are in the road 70 days. In the Rajya Sabha also, we raised this issue. All other except Congress, BSP, NCP, all other parties have supported this bifurcation process.
Yes.
Bifurcation process, why they did we are given the letter in 2009. What they did in these 5 years, what they did in the 5 years, the coming elections are not even 5 months, and now they are doing all this dirty politics. That was we are doing. All employees is in the road since 70 days continuously.
No, correct.
All section of people are in the roads.
Ramesh,
Tell me.
Ramesh, 1 second.
Yeah.
See, you are now saying that you are not against Telangana even at this point of time. But why is your leader on fast then?
Now, see, we are telling because you call both side people, both side joint action committees are there, and you discuss what are their problems are there. See, there are so many concerns. What is the Hyderabad? There are financial issues, there are the employment issues, there are the water problems are there. These issues, first you address them. You call both people. We made President of India.
Yes.
We raised this issue in the Parliament. And we asked the all-party committee, they are not agreed for anything. See, since 70 days, lakhs of employees are there in the roads and so much public are agitated.
Okay.
Why? There is no single call from government.
Let me get this straight. Ramesh, there has been at least 3 or 4 all-party meetings in Delhi. There have been all-party meetings in Hyderabad. One of the biggest charges against you, including made by you people, also at several points of time in the last 3-4 years, since 2009 when then Home Minister Chidambaram made that demand, was that the center was delaying the formation of Telangana. They are not doing it properly. Now when they actually go ahead and announce the formation, you people are saying that there's not been any much consultation. One second, you are saying that these things should have been discussed as far as financial bifurcation and all these things as far as capital. But isn't this the job of the group of ministers which has now been set up? They will come with a report. Can't you wait for the group of ministers to report, give its report, so that after that you people can decide whether it is fair or not fair?
No, I will tell how they are doing. How they are doing, I will tell you. They are not called for all party meeting for the other issues. They call for all party meeting. Just you are for Telangana or not. Just two lines. You are for Telangana or not. We are given a letter. You see our letter copies. You discuss with both people, and whatever the Sri Krishna committee report has given.
Yes.
The government has spent 25 crores and they spent time for 2 years, and the Sri Krishna committee has given a report very detailedly. And the Home Minister Chidambaram in the last parliament, what he told to the House, he told that this Sri Krishna, based on Sri Krishna committee report, we are going forward.
Right.
Sri Krishna committee report, you go through what is there in the Sri Krishna committee report and other things. They are doing for political sake this one. We are not,
it's
even
okay.
now we are
No,
telling,
Mr.
you call for both people. And you address both problems. What are the problems are there? Why you are not doing?
No, right, Ramesh, I don't think we can expect a government to just accept, take all that is there in the Sri Krishna Commission report. Anyway, I'll come back to you. Let me go to Mr. Javadekar. Mr. Javadekar, BJP, another party which has done flip-flop on Telangana. You know, right through the NDA government, you people who have always been in favor of Telangana kept quiet through those 8 years, through those 6.5 years, because your partner TDP was not in favor of it. Later you have supported it. Now what is your stand? Today, as on today, what is the stand of the BJP as far as Telangana is concerned?
Our stand is and commitment is full and final. We want separate state of Telangana to become at the earliest.
Right.
But at the same time, the government has messed up the whole creation of Telangana, because Atalji, as you very well recollect, has created 3 states without
Right.
murmur. Though people were opposing it, right? Lalu said that over my dead body.
Right.
But he created it amicably. Congress did not emulate that formula. And therefore now what we are seeing is a complete anarchy where the Chief Minister himself has rebelled against High Command.
Right.
So, this being the case, we are saying that Telangana must happen, but it has to happen peacefully, no? So, therefore, the anxiety and the issues raised by Simandhra people must also be addressed, because their concerns needs to be addressed. So, that is what we are saying. Our stand, probably I am the only party who are speaking in one language in Delhi, in Hyderabad, in Adilabad and in Visakhapatnam also. We are not speaking different languages in different regions. But more than that, as you referred to the NDA period, let me tell you,
Yes.
our 99 manifesto had clearly promised creation of 3 states,
Right.
of Uttarakhand, Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh.
Right.
We created it, we delivered it.
Absolutely.
We have now promised since 2004 that we will create, 2009, we will create Telangana in 100 days after coming to power.
Okay.
And we will do it. So our commitment is full and final.
No, your
the
commitment
issue is, this is not the way to deal with such a emotive, sensitive issues where people have lost lives, where people have committed suicides, and where now you are playing with emotion, you are playing with fire. Just imagine in such a situation when presidential assent will come for the cabinet resolution and the resolution will be go to Andhra Pradesh Assembly, what will happen?
We will
you
see
want
what
bloodshed.
No,
you want bloodshed.
So
this
Mr.
is not
Javadekar,
the- this
Mr.
is not the way
Javadekar,
to do.
we will come to that. We'll come to that later.
Yes.
But my question to you is that, you know, all what you said is fine. You know, as far as your resolve to form 3 states, the way you formed the 3 states, all those things are fine. But today, as we are talking now, the president of the YSR Congress, the lady, Mrs. Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy, is meeting your party president. Here is a party which is completely against the formation of Telangana. Your party president is meeting them. You know, aren't you playing politics here? And in Hyderabad, the YSR, and incidentally, this lady who is meeting your president today went to the President of India this morning along with the CPM leaders. So, isn't there a lot of politics being played on this issue at the cost of a state and the people there?
No, not at all. Let me tell you, there are two different issues. Probably BJP is the only party, and Ramesh knows very well, we are good colleagues
Yes.
in Rajya Sabha. So he knows very well that our passion and our not only emotion and passion, but rationally also we are with the state by consideration, because we believe in an ideology where both the states can peacefully coexist and prosper rapidly. And therefore Ramesh and others also don't object to that. But the government handled it very clumsily.
When you
They
say
did not take their own party into confidence. Can you imagine a situation where the chief minister is rebel? How the things can be sorted out?
No, but
therefore, the
No, but
Congress,
you did
it is
not-
the crisis created by Congress.
Mr.
It has to
Javadekar-
solve the crisis.
Mr. Javadekar, you did not answer the question that the YSR Congress chief, Mrs. Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy, why is she meeting and why is your president and she having a meeting now?
No, I'll
when
tell
both
you.
of you are having completely opposite views on
No,
what the
because-
situation is.
On Telangana, they may have different view, but there is a Lok Sabha backdrop also. People are meeting us because he has said on record that Narendra Modi is a very good, proven administrative
Okay.
leader. Country needs it.
Yeah, but
now
because-
Chandrababu Naidu also has said the same thing. So people are thinking simultaneously on different platforms about Lok Sabha also.
Okay,
so
so
that's a different reference altogether.
Okay. Parsa, how do you see all this flip-flop and now this interesting developments happening? Morning, the party goes and meets the CPM leaders and then in the evening this is happening, and this entire flip-flop of various parties. You think that has resulted in the kind of situation which prevails now in Andhra Pradesh, or do you blame the Congress party itself, as Mr. Javadekar and Ramesh says, that they have messed it up?
At this moment, I think the whole goof-up is on the part of the Congress.
Yeah.
I do not think there is any denying that aspect of it. And at the moment, both the BJP and the Telugu Desam party are in the opposition. Of course, they can take this stance, they can change their stances if they want to, but they both are consistently maintaining that they want justice for Andhra and also support the Telangana state.
Right.
Now, what the real problem seems to be with the Congress party at the center, with the Congress party in Simandhra,
state.
yeah,
In-
and
yeah.
the state government.
Right.
So for some reason, it is a mishandling, it's a goof up, nothing less, that Congress is not able to sort of take charge of the situation there. And secondly, this agitation looks rather murky in its motivations. Who are these people? It is not a popular thing. In the first few days, everybody said, oh, the people have risen in revolt and all that. The ordinary people are not on the streets. It is the government employees. It's an organized sector. And in Andhra Pradesh, we have a strong history that the non-gazetted officers and the government employees are a big lobby.
Yes.
They are ones who can hold a government to ransom.
Right.
The only man who beat
And they have done it several times. in the
several
past.
times, and the only man who beat them to it is NTR, no one.
Right.
The Congress plays hands in glove with them because it is a vested interest, So I do not see why these NGOs are coming out in the open, why they cannot be open discussions. Where is their open charter? What do the power workers
exactly-
want? What do the state employees want?
Exactly, that is one point. And the second thing, Parsa, which I want you to answer is, see, right through these last 4 years since 2009, when the Chidambaram announcement came, and there was last week I had a discussion. One of the ministers of the Andhra Pradesh government was saying that there has not been enough education in the Simandhra region about what will be the repercussions of the bifurcation. You think that the leaders of Simandhra were very complacent? They thought that this bifurcation will never happen, and so they kept.
I mean, that was indeed the case. That was indeed
And
the
now
case.
suddenly, when this has happened, they don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do, but you know, the question is that they are only guarding their own interests
Right.
and the interests of the organized sector of the state employees.
Right.
It is not the arm army on the streets of Andhra in Visakhapatnam or Tirupati or Nellore or Ongole, but the vested interests, the state government employees who are agitating, and I suspect
And also certain vested interests who have interest in
who have got business investments in Hyderabad.
Yes.
I think they are raking up the issue. And I would like to fault both Telugu Desam Party and the YSR Congress Party, that if YSR Congress Party wants a united Andhra Pradesh, then they have to go to Telangana and convince them.
Exactly.
They cannot sit in Andhra and say we want it, because the anger and the assertion of the Andhra region will not keep the state together.
Right.
You have to convince the Telangana people you don't need a separate state, we can live together. Similarly, Telugu Desam Party refuses to answer as to what their position, the feedback from Telangana is. Are they supporting this,
this is
whole
exactly
thing?
no, this, I think this is the most important question, Mr. Ramesh Babu. Don't
Yes,
you think
yes.
this is an important question? You people sitting in Seemadhara region, whether in Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam, Guntur.
No, you just say,
No,
you
you
just
are
say today.
saying
just
that.
give me a
No,
minute.
1 second. Let me finish the question. You are saying that we want a united Andhra. You know, YSR Congress is saying that your leader is also very ambivalent now. Though you are saying here now today that we want Telangana, there is still that Seemadhara united Andhra demand. But are the people in Telangana prepared to be together anymore?
Yeah, you just listen to me. Today in the Delhi, along with my leader, who are the others are come? Hello?
Yeah, please continue.
Today in Delhi,
Yes.
who are the other leaders has come?
Yes.
Both the leaders, MLAs, important leaders from Telangana and Seemandrah area. Both were come to Delhi.
Of Telugu
Both were
Desam.
come to Delhi. All from Telugu Desam.
Yes.
We have about 38, 37 MLAs in Telangana and a little more in Seemandrah. All the MLAs came to Delhi.
What
This
does it mean?
bifurc-
No, what does it mean? Does it mean that these MLAs are from Telangana are saying that we don't want Telangana, we will
No,
remain united in
you are not understanding. You are asking only Telangana and United Andhra. It is not like that. We are asking the bifurcation process is not good. You are doing for political sake. Not only we suppose Telugu Desam says you are doing politically. Not only we. See, senior Congress members, 6 times MPs, 7 times MPs, and senior MLAs, senior leaders, even Chief Minister. What the Chief Minister told, one word I will tell. Congress CWC has passed a resolution for separation of Telangana. People of Andhra Pradesh will pass a resolution. Congress will sweep away from the Andhra Pradesh. He is using that type
That
of
is
words.
okay. That is not important what he says as far as their
This is not at all
his
political.
speculation about what happened in the election is not important. We are discussing a more
Here
serious issue.
Congress did for election sake.
No, I
Here
agree.
Congress
There is
did
no
for
doubt,
election sake.
Mr. Ramesh, there is no doubt that there is utter confusion within the Congress party. But when you let me go to Javadekar, Mr. Javadekar, your party has, as you rightly pointed out earlier also, has been a party to the formation of new states. And at what time do these details come into the picture? Isn't it, the demand which is being made that we don't know how much water we will get, we don't know how much, what is going to be bifurcated to whom? Don't you think this is premature to discuss those things when the group of ministers comes out with a report and then it's presented that goes to the assembly? You will have all the details about what kind of bifurcation will take place. Don't you think that people should wait till then?
No, they are
there
telling
needs to
it
be-
won't go to assembly.
No, Ramesh, let Javadekar answer. I'll come back
Yeah.
to you.
See, that requires basic trust between the various parties and people and the government. And that is absolutely absent in Andhra Pradesh. That is why, because you see, they vitiated the whole judicial commission process also. Sri Krishna committee was appointed. And you know very infamously, Sri Krishna is a retired Supreme Court judge. I have high respect for him. But there was a chapter 8 to his report, which was not published, which was secret, but came before and was made available and open by the High Court. and it was so worst, it has given practically all prescription to the Congress party how to deal with Telangana agitation, how to diffuse it, how to.
You're talking of the Sri
break
Krishna
this.
Commission. You're talking of the Sri Krishna Commission
So
report.
what I am saying is, when you start doing all such bad things, you lose the confidence of people
Okay.
and parties.
Okay.
And therefore, let me tell you, there are many issues, water distribution and other
will-
issues can be sorted out immediately, can be sorted out afterwards also.
Later.
If you have that
So
trust.
you're essentially saying that there is a lack of trust with the government. Anyway, we are
Every
joined.
day one statement
I'll-
is giving Congress party. The
Ram-
Girish is giving every day one statement.
Ramesh, I'll come to you. We are joined in now on the phone line from Hyderabad by Asaduddin Owaisi, MP in the Lok Sabha of the MIM. Mr. Owaisi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Owaisi, now that it has reached a stage where one section is demanding bifurcation, the other section is demanding unity of the state. You think that there is some kind of a middle path now? You think that the agitations which are happening in the Seemandhra region are genuine agitations, which are where the people's sentiment is involved?
Definitely, the agitation is going on in Seema Andhra, and that is why, because of that agitation, there is a power crisis in Seema Andhra and even parts of Hyderabad. Like for example, in my constituency, there are many areas which are not getting power,
Right.
or they are getting infrequent power. So definitely, it is having an impact.
Right.
One cannot deny that.
Right. No, but you think that these agitations are genuine agitations?
Now, you see, any agitation, whether to call it a genuine or false, this is a very subjective thing. And I cannot give you an objective answer on a TV program because there might be people who might disagree. But there are real issues and concerns which are being raised. And for example, we feel that Hyderabad should not be, made a union territory or under the garb of Article 258. The government of India should not take away law and order and municipal administration from Hyderabad.
No, these are details. These are details, Mr. Owaisi, which will have to be worked out as we go along. But my question, as on today, with so much utter confusion all around, your party was also one of the parties which were initially against the bifurcation of the state. Now that the process has begun and it is a reality as far as Telangana is concerned, do you think that the government of India can afford to go back on this?
Please allow me to reply to your question in this way.
Yes.
As far as the Congress party is concerned, it is completely washed out in Seema Andhra. Now, if they don't deliver on Telangana, they will have a political repercussions over in Telangana region.
Right.
Because this decision was taken to bifurcate only for electoral gains.
Right.
Now, if you keep that arithmetic in mind, then Congress party is caught between the devil and the deep sea.
No, but how do you react to the two fasts being undertaken by the Telugu Desam leader and the YSR Congress leader? How do you see their politics affecting the situation in Andhra Pradesh? And how will it affect the future?
Sir, in the last all-party meeting that was called by Mr. Shinde,
Yes.
fortunately in that meeting, right beside me, the Telugu Desam 2 representatives sat beside me.
Right.
And I could say on record that the Telugu Desam representative were two people. One was Kadiyam Srihari, the other was Mr. Ram Krishnadu, ex-speaker and finance minister of Andhra Pradesh.
Right.
The Telugu Desam party representative, Mr. Kadiyam Srihari, clearly told Mr. Shinde that our party is for creation of Telangana.
Right.
I was there sitting over there.
Right.
So now, whether they're going back or not is a question for them to answer. But my request to both Mr. Chandrababu Naidu and my friend Jagan Mohan Reddy is that, they should call out this Bhukartal. I'm concerned about their health. And, they really have to look whether this particular hunger strike of theirs, whether it's going to have an impact or not. I don't know because, only at the time of electoral.
Okay. My
election
last
we can
question,
say.
Mr.
Mr.
Owaisi.
Owaisi, one question please, one question please.
Yes,
You
yes,
told
Ramesh.
about Telugu Desam, they are also sitting, YSR party also sitting, what they told?
Mr.
They
Owaisi,
also agreed for Telangana.
that was CM Ramesh Owaisi.
Yes, certainly. Mr. Ramesh is certainly right. And if he's accepting that his party has accepted, then the
Yes,
question
yes,
arises,
in
then
the
why is
beginning
it
itself
that
I
the CDP
accepted.
has gone back now?
And then why are you holding a fast? No, Mr. Owaisi, my question
He's
to you.
absolutely right. I agree with him.
No, Mr. Owaisi, my last question to you is that both the YSR Congress, the Telugu Desam, and also the BJP, where we have Mr. Javadekar here on the program, all of them say that the government of India has mishandled the whole thing. They have not been able to convince the people of Seemandra about what kind of bifurcation will take place, who will get what. You think that the center has in any way messed up this situation, which is responsible for the kind of what we are seeing today?
Now, if you have Congress leaders giving hope to Seemandra leaders by saying that the Anthony committee of theirs will come and hear the grievance, and the very next day the cabinet note is passed, then of course that will have an impact. And you're absolutely right. Things could have been handled in a much better way, and all those concerns should have been addressed. But Congress now will have to, and whether Congress can go back or not, I don't know, because all these decisions have been made keeping in mind electoral gains. Now people will decide very soon when the elections are held for Lok Sabha and the Assembly in Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. Parsa, last words to you. You think that this, in the next few days, tomorrow, I think day after tomorrow, the first meeting of the GOM is being held. If they are able to come out with a plan, with the bifurcation plan as soon as possible, you think this agitation we can see some kind of a
The central government has to come out with an assurance that the interests of the Seemandra region will be safeguarded. They have to be assured that their government employees from that region will not be affected negatively, or they will lose any of the advantages because of the bifurcation. I think they have to come out and speak openly about what are the assurances they give. It looks as though they are so secretive that the Seemandra people do not know what is it in store for them. I think there is a need to speak out.
So, Mr. Ramesh, you think that some kind of assurance as what Parsa is talking from the center, saying that the interests of the Seemandra also will be taken care of, should see some kind of a resolution to this problem?
See, really Congress want to do, they are in hurry. By Sonia Gandhi birthday, December 9th, they want to give Telangana cake. That's what Congress, Telangana leaders are telling.
So you want...
if they really come, that's what we are asking. You make one committee, what you are going to do for Seemandra, what is our employees' concern, what is our students' concern, what is our education, health, water, Hyderabad city. You are telling Hyderabad will be common capital for 10 years. And article says, in the article 3, there is no common capital issue. And again, State Assembly has passed the resolution. These are so many things are there. So many issues are there.
Okay, Mr. Javadekar, you expect, if the government, as Parsa says, comes out with a proper, answer to most of the questions which are being asked and reassures the people of Seemandra, is that what is necessary at this point of time?
Yeah,
will all the parties then give up this politics which is being played by all the political parties and ensure that there is a peaceful bifurcation of the state?
We are doing only a peaceful thing, means we are not lodging protests. We are urging government to address the concerns and do justice with Telangana, because you have already delayed. You promised it in 2004. You never delivered in nine years. You are delivering it now. You are promising to deliver it on the eve of election, which is suspect. Your motives are political, and that's why that trust deficit which has gone into the body politic of Andhra Pradesh can't be immediately by one announcement, can't happen.
Okay.
It will need to have really Congress reaching out to everybody in a more sincerity, with
Okay.
more sincerity, which they are not doing.
Okay, I think on that note we need to end. There needs to be a sincere approach, as all my panelists say, to see that this problem which has arisen in the Seemandhra region gets resolved. But it is not going to be an easy issue. But there seems to be a genuine effort to get this new state formed as soon as possible. How effectively it will be done, we'll have to wait and watch. Thanks to all my guests, Mr. Javadekar, CM Ramesh, Parsa Venksteshwar, our junior, and Mr. Owaisi, who had joined us earlier. Please keep watching. We'll come back with another issue in Big Picture same time tomorrow.